Alright, so if you're a skinny person or you're truly out of shape and you're tired of the physique you have, then stay here and watch this video. This is extremely important for you. How to build an aesthetic physique. Guys, my name is Daniel Dos Santos, and I personally started going to the gym when I was 16 years old, and this is exactly how I look. Obviously, by my facial expressions, you could tell that I didn't like my body. I didn't like myself. I had a very negative self-image back then. But as we go to this lovely picture here, your boy is jacked. Your boy has an aesthetic physique. In this picture here, I'm around 67 kg, and here I'm 85 kg lean. Guys, now that I've built the physique of my dreams, I'm much more confident. I like myself, have a better self-image, and I'm attractive to women. Each time I go down the street, like when it's the beach season in the summer, women are always staring me down because they see that I've had the discipline and the physique to be disciplined all this time and build an attractive physique. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you today. But I just want to let you guys know, if you're someone who isn't serious about taking action, if you're someone who's lazy, who doesn't want to get better, who just wants to watch this video for fun, please leave. You are not welcome here. Only action takers are meant to be here. Us action takers, we hold ourselves to a high standard. So if you don't hold yourself to a high standard, please leave. All right. So now that all of the little action takers, all the little dweebs are gone, we're here. So the aim is to build an aesthetic physique which demands respect from high level men and attraction from beautiful women. And this doesn't matter even if you have scoliosis, because I also have scoliosis, but I've still managed to build an aesthetic physique. So it really is about your determination and your willingness to build the physique of your dreams, even if it's uncomfortable. By the way, guys, I'm just here to let you know this isn't some of these cringy red pill alpha male videos, which I'm after gonna persuade you to buy some bullshit course. No, I'm going to be spitting free source you can use straight after this video to implement so you can build an aesthetic physique. Alright, so the number one, so we have a 3-step framework to building an aesthetic physique. Number one is the identity. Number two is your energy. And number three is the actions you take every single day. And I like to call this the Warrior Ascension Blueprint because this is the system I use every single day to not only maintain my aesthetic physique, but also to build discipline and good habits around my life, which make me a top tier man. So let's go. And 95% of men who want to build an aesthetic physique don't understand these three principles. And by the way, it's not anything basic such as going to the gym 6 times per week or any of that crap. That's basic advice you've already heard, and it probably hasn't worked for you. So step one is going to be identity. In order for you to build something that you want, you need to outline what you want to be. And for us, we want to build an aesthetic physique. So you need to be clear exactly on what does that aesthetic physique look like. Does he have broad shoulders? Does he have a nice chest? Does he have big biceps? You need to get extremely clear on what you want. Because if you're just vague, if you don't know what you want, how do you expect to achieve something incredible? When I started going to the gym, I knew exactly what I wanted and I knew exactly the man I needed to be to achieve that. I knew I had to sacrifice eating bad foods. I knew that I had to sacrifice just being comfortable. I had to be uncomfortable in the gym, really pushing those hard reps so I can build more muscle in my body. So before you worry about motivation, programs, supplements, you need a clear identity. And here is the identity you are going to adopt. I'm a man who trains 4 times per week. tracks the food every single time he has a meal, protects his sleep, and also surrounds himself with men who are in the same direction. And guys, it really is that simple. Going to the gym 4 times a week, even when you don't feel like it, is absolutely necessary, because not only are you building your physique, but you're signaling to your mind that you are a man of your word. And when you're a man of your word, you're going to keep doing exactly what you're going to do to get to the goal, which is build an aesthetic physique. Number two, the reason why you're going to track your calories and protein every day is because in order for you to build that aesthetic physique, training is important. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, diet is the most important thing in this equation. Like, you can be pumping out all that iron in the gym. I'm saying you can be doing lateral raises. You can really be feeling that you're that guy. But if you're not tracking your protein, if you're not tracking your calories, how do you know how much protein and calorie intake you're going to need so you can hit it? So yeah, tracking your calories and protein is very important. And sleep 7 to 9 hours, because at the end of the day, your body needs to recover so it can build more muscle tissue and actually be bigger. Because some of you guys sleep for like 4 or 5 hours and you expect your body to grow. Like, that's not how it works at the end of the day. You need to be having a sufficient amount of recovery so your body can heal. All right. And by the way, I just want to let you know this type of identity, he doesn't negotiate. Oh, should I go to the gym or should I not? No, it's I'm going to go to the gym, even though I don't feel like it today. I know the man I want to be, so I'm going to go to the gym. Just like a man with a job, doesn't he doesn't ask if he wants to work or not. He has to show up. Every decision filters through one question: what would a disciplined man do here? Then you act accordingly. Simple. Habits first, identity first, and then habits follow. All right, step two is your energy. It's keeping your word. Because this is what I truly believe the most underrated concept in the whole of the self-improvement industry. Your energy is directly tied to the integrity with yourself. And in basic words, is that, are you keeping your word to yourself every single day? Are you keeping your word to yourself every single day? Every time you say you're going to do something and you don't, you leak energy. Your confidence lowers, you create internal friction. You're literally training your subconscious mind not to trust you. And if you can't trust you, then how the fuck do you expect people to trust you? How do you expect that girl to trust you when you can't trust yourself? At the end of the day, you can't afford to be breaking promises to yourself, guys. If you say you're going to go to this gym, if you say you're going to go to the gym today, then you need to go. And it's also the same effect if you do keep your word. Every time you keep your word, even if it's something small, your subconscious mind knows that, aha, okay, I did what I'm going to do today. So now I'm more confident. Now I feel better about myself. And that's why discipline feels energizing after you start. So if you start small, precise. If you say you'll train at 6 p.m., train at 6 p.m. If you say you'll track today, track your calories today. If you say lights out at 11, lights out at 11. No compromising, no dramatic goals, just clean execution. So if you want the most of disciplined guys right now, just start with something simple. 10 push-ups a day. 10 push-ups a day, that's easy. Once you do it, boom. That's one win on the table. And as you keep stacking the wins, you keep stacking the wins, your mind is soon and inevitably going to trust you more. And step three is action. This is where we outline exactly what the man does on a daily basis. So we've already basically covered the physical action that he takes every single day, which is to train 4 times a week, train your calories, hit your protein consistently daily for recovery and mental clarity, or even do stretch or mobility for 10 to 15, for 10, 5 to 10 minutes. All right. So now we're going to go into the mental and spiritual side, because this is where most physiques store, not in the gym, but in the mind. Daily stillness is something I've integrated in my life and it's massively changed it. When I was 16, I was watching Hamza Ahmed and he was always talking about how you should meditate in the morning. But like, I thought it was cringy at first, but eventually I did start to try it and it massively changed my life forever. Because when your mind is still and it's all clear, like you feel a sense of clarity, you know exactly what you're meant to be doing throughout the day. So that's why I encourage every single one of you to start meditating. Daily stillness, 5 to 10 minutes of meditation or quiet breathing, no phone, and this allows you to have more awareness and control over your attention and also your emotions. And here is the scripture. Discipline yourself for the purpose of godliness. A man, and that was 1 Timothy 4:7. A man without self-control is like a city broken into, left without walls. Proverbs 25:28. Now, by the way, if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, if you have a different religion, if you even believe in the Hermetic law, that's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, if you have no self-control, if you have no discipline, then how do you expect to discipline the universe? At the end of the day, it's quite simple. Be disciplined, and your external world will be disciplined. And that's with your mind, your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. Now, here are some environmental actions. Reduce time with people who normalize laziness, and this is crucial. And the reason it's crucial is because when you spend time with people who are lazy, oh, you know what? Let me just skip the gym today. You know what? Let's just take a puff of some vape. Like you might think that is cool, but at the end of the day, whatever you see in your reality, your subconscious mind will pick up on it, and it's gonna be like, okay, okay. So if I'm spending more time around these type of people, this is normal. So then eventually you're gonna start self-sabotaging yourself. You're gonna start skipping the gym. You're gonna stop tracking your calories. And what does this do? You stop your progress, which creates a negative self-belief. So that's why it's important to spend time with guys who train, improve, who are ambitious. And I'm not saying that you need to spend time with like multi-jack guys. But at the end of the day, if you have friends who want to get in shape, who want to take action, that's perfectly fine. Like I'm not I'm not gonna be like all of these other guys who be like, oh yeah, leave your day one. Like, me personally, I would only leave my day ones if they're really just negative people, if they don't have any ambitions for themselves, and they're not willing to improve. That's the only time I'm willing to leave my day ones. But at the end of the day, even if they're doing something like boxing or tennis, like I can keep those type of people around me because at least they're dedicated and passionate about their craft, and that's something I respect. So having your environment is extremely important. Right. So you also need to be cleaning your room, guys. Cleaning your room. The first thing I would personally do with this is cleaning your room every single day. Because that's such a simple win. As soon as you get out of the bed, take off your covers, just tidy the bed, and that's literally the first thing of the day. Your environment should make discipline easier, not harder. Right. So the simmer is quite simple. I'm not saying that you need to be like some sort of fitness freak that just lives in the gym. But what I am saying is that your identity, your energy, and your actions, they all need to align. They all need to be congruent to who you want to be at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, it's about becoming a man who does what he says, he moves with intention, he does the habits every single day he needs to get in shape, to have an aesthetic physique. And guess what? The physique is it's just a side effect of the man you've been. So when you've been consistent for more than a year, just expect you'll have a nice physique that will attract women. So yeah, like I said, guys, this is who I used to be before, and this is the man who I am now before surgery. Guys, this is how you build an aesthetic physique. No bullshit, none of this alpha male cringy stuff where you need to be, I'm gonna live in the gym, live in the gym. No, this is the simple guide you can use today. So not only just build an aesthetic physique, but also get your habits in shape. Whether if you have some different goals such as becoming a good boxer or something else, you can do this for some different areas of your life. But yeah, guys, if you're genuinely serious about building an aesthetic physique and you've been wanting to do that for ages, but you know you need someone to hold you accountable, then feel free to click the link below and book a call with me, and I'll see if you're truly committed to holding your word and building an aesthetic physique. And yeah, that's it. Guys, take care of yourselves and see you soon. Bye-bye.